Hello there. I just finished a Periscope on my theme of the week, and I was watching myself on the screen. I'm like, oh my god, I'm my mother. I look like my mom. That it's okay because my mom is beautiful, so it's all fine. But it's just very funny that I can see my mom in my face. So before we get started, I did want to share with you my theme of the week. So you're going to keep seeing a tail go by because Marvin just refuses. Hi, Marvin. Where's Marvin? There's your face. Marvin refuses not to tear my clothes to shreds. And my apartment's a disaster, so please forgive my messy apartment. I've been gone. I was gone last week. I was in Florida, Fort Lauderdale, for an event that I sponsored, and it was really amazing. Stop putting holes in my pants. It was really amazing. I got to be at the beach. I got to step up my leadership, and that's why my theme of the week going into May is going to be creation. This whole month is going to be about what can I create. Creation is about owning your leadership and owning your power, that you are so much more powerful than you give yourself credit for. One of my clients is a business coach, and she has this saying that's now in the back of my head that, you know, when things happen, what can you do? Not what's possible. What can you do? When it seems like everything isn't fitting into place, what can you do? So that's going to be my theme. I get to create my tomorrow. Everything that we've done leading up to this moment is a result of what we did yesterday. So start to think about it in terms of, who do I want to be tomorrow? You have to be that today to start to build that life for tomorrow. So creation. And so this yoga class is going to be devoted to creation. What do we get to create? So think of yoga in general. Think of workout as a gym, not just for your body, but of your personality. You get to create you in every way, your body, your mind, and your spirit, with everything that you do. So for those of you who have oils, you're going to grab breathe. I don't know, is that backwards for you guys? I don't know if that's backwards. Well, it's backwards for me looking at it on the camera. So you're going to take 3 drops in your hand. 1, 2, 3. 1 drop to the bottom of your nose. And if you're stuffy and have allergies like I do, this is going to be like magic. Then take the rest, rub it on your chest, your throat. If you don't have the oils, it's totally okay. You're still going to do the breathing exercises with us. It just won't smell like breathe. Okay, so once you've put on the oils, once you have them, if you don't have them, just sit up as tall as you can. Leave a little space in between the palms of your hands. You're going to take a deep breath in. And right now, deep breath in. And for the next half hour or so, there's nowhere you have to be. There's nowhere you have to go. There's nothing you have to do. You get to simply be in this space right here, right now. And with that in mind, I want you to allow yourself permission to really use this opportunity as weightlifting for the person you want to be. So if you catch yourself being all over the place, if you catch yourself drifting, just see if you can bring it back to this space right here, right now. And interlace your fingers, turn your hands palms to me. Take a breath in, reach up, let go, and then slide your hands right back to your heart. And we're going to do it again. Interlace your fingers, turn your hands palms to me. Take a big breath in. And one more time, just like that, interlace, reach, inhale, and exhale. Keep your right hand on the floor. Reach your left hand up and over. Inhale, you're going to cartwheel through the center, reach up. Exhale, other side. And we're going to do that one more time, each direction. Anytime you repeat a pose, just see if you can exaggerate the move a little bit more. back to the center. Uncross your legs and recross them. If you were sitting on the floor, just recross the opposite direction. And we're going to do it again, but reach forward. Exaggerate how far you can go backwards. Take a breath in. Let go. Hands back to your heart. Drop your right hand to the floor. Reach your left hand over. Then come back to the center and lean forward. So once you lean forward, now I'm out of space. I can't reach my hands super far away from me, but I'd like you to. Take your hands as far away from me at the screen as you can, or towards me, depending on where you're facing. But see if you can really surrender into the floor. And I asked you to uncross your legs so that you had the opposite shin that you would normally use in the front. So just be really present with how that feels, having the opposite shin in the front. You're going to peel yourself up. Just drag your hands along the floor. Take both of your hands to your hips. Open your chest. And some of you might even decide to lift your butt. That's totally up to you if that feels good for you. Booty back down. Let your knees close. Bring your toes eyeball height and balance for boat pose. So level 1, you're going to hold on to the backs of your thighs. Level 2, you're going to let go. And level 3, hands up, legs straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross and lean forward. Reach your hands as far forward as it feels good for you. So right now, if you don't have the opposite shin in front, it's okay. But just pay attention to how it feels to have whatever leg you have in front. Peel yourself open. Hands behind you. Open your chest, maybe even lift your butt. Totally up to you. Booty back down. Close the knees. Boat pose number 2. Toes eyeball height and let go. 5, 4, 3, I got the shakes. 2, 1, and then put your feet down. Drop your knees open. So now we're kind of in this butterfly shape. You're going to take your thumbs. You're going to move the cat. And you're going to take both of your thumbs and rub up the arches of your feet. Now, I don't know the last time you've had like a foot massage. Come on, Marvin, move. But you're going to take a breath in. Just keep holding on to the arches of your feet. Open your arches like a book. Come on, Marvin, move. Open your arches like a book and then lean forward. Allow your head to drop and just breathe. 5, 4, maybe 3, 2, kitties, 1, and then bring yourself all the way up. You're going to let your knees close. And we're going to sit like a mermaid. Okay, so right now, part of my mission is to take care of all the muscles that get all tight when we're seated. We sit way too much in general. So we're just going to take care of some of those muscles. So right now we're sitting like a mermaid. I want you to notice if you have one butt cheek off the floor. I want you to notice how high your knee is. I just want you to notice what this feels like. If you feel any pain in your knee, 2 things. 1, see if you can come to the top of this outside bent knee, or if that still hurts your knee, you're just going to come to this shape, and it's all fine either way. Okay, so I'm going to come back to this shape. Right now, see if you can keep your body grounded. You're going to take, so right now my outside bent knee is my right. So I'm taking my left hand to the floor. So I'm not sure if I'm mirrored for you or not. But, so I want you to start to look over your left shoulder with your left hand on the ground. Take your right hand, reach up and over like you're trying to look at your foot. Level 1, you're going to stay here. The goal is to feel this stretch up the side of your leg. If you don't feel that, look even more over your shoulder and see if you can take your elbow to the ground. Look over your shoulder and see if you can really find your foot with your eyes. Reach and breathe. So right now, I feel this a lot right through all of here. Mermaid. We're all like pretty mermaids now, right? You're gonna come back up. Flibbity flibbity. Okay, so again, I want you to notice the difference between your two sides. Notice if your butt cheek is way off the ground. See if you can settle into both hips. Then take your right hand down. Look over your right shoulder. Cramp. Wow, obviously I needed this. Look over your shoulder. And remember, those of you who wanted a little more, keep looking over your shoulder. Take your elbow down and reach backwards. Woofda. Woofda. Be graceful. Come back up. And then I'm going to have you stand up. I know, that's not very graceful, but do stand up. Once you stand up, take a shoulder roll up and back. Take an arm circle up and back. Interlock your thumbs and lean back as much as that feels good for you. And then slide your hands to your heart. Charlie angel finger right at your heart. Reach straight up. Take a breath in. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale through the center. Exhale, lean to the left. Come back to the center, lean backwards as much as that feels good for you. And then slide your hands right back to your heart. What we're about to do is actually a Pilates move. It's not so much yoga as it is Pilates. It's called rolling like a ball standing. Here's the mission, and I'm so sorry, this is... I don't know if that was bothering you, but the fact that that was like at this weird wonky angle was just driving me nuts. Okay, so you're gonna stand up really tall. I'm gonna turn sideways so that you can see me, but I want you to take one of your feet behind you. So right now, I just have my toe gently touching the floor. That's it. So the cat keeping me upright. So your toe is gently touching the floor. You're going to take both of your hands forward. And you're going to take a breath in. Imagine you're lengthening your spine all the way out of the roof of your mouth. As you exhale, you're going to bring your knee to your nose to your knee. You're going to make the tightest ball you can. And then you're going to do it again. You're touching backwards. You're reaching your hands forward. So it's a breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out. So if you want to make this harder, don't touch the floor and come to warrior three. Tight ball. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, we got one more to go. Inhale. And then relax, put both feet down, take a shoulder roll up and back. Notice the difference between your two sides. Take an arm circle up and back. Interlock your thumbs and lean. And slide both your hands to your heart. We're going to do the other side. I'll just switch venue. And it'll be this way. Take your left foot behind you. Both hands forward. Let's do the first three touching the floor. Exhale, tight ball. Inhale. All right, so let's do 4 more without touching the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then put both feet down. Take a shoulder roll up and back. An arm circle up and back. And then interlock your thumbs. And lean back. Slide your hands to your heart. And just pause. We're going to come into a really simple tree pose. And I want you to imagine you're really growing roots down through the floor, down into the bedrock of wherever you are. But really send a lot of energy down. And then keep lifting the roof of your mouth as we start to really come into your version of tree. Level 1, you're going to keep your foot still on the floor. So just so you know, it's not cheating to keep your foot touching the floor. Level 2, you'll find a home on the inside of your calf. Level 3, if you feel like fighting your pants, grab your foot and lift it higher than your knee. Do not press on your knee. It only takes 4 pounds of pressure to press your knee out of where it needs to be. So don't ever press directly on your knee joint. Tall body. Find a home for your foot. I don't feel like fighting my pants, so I'm going to keep it at level 2. Keep lifting the roof of your mouth. Find a place to settle your gaze in front of you. And then if this feels pretty stable for you, make your tree as big, as wide as it feels nice for you. And I just want you to breathe. I want you to remember that you get to create who this person is. You get to create how it feels. You get to create the body that you want for tomorrow. So even if you fall out of it, let go of the judgment and just be present with who you want to be. 5, 4. Are you someone who activates every part of your body? 3. Are you someone who stays in it to win it? 2. 1. And slide your hands to your heart. Close your knee like a door and float your foot down to the earth. Are you someone who sees it through to the end, or do you rush out of it? Again, just be really present with who this person is that you want to be. Tall body. Press your feet down. Lift the roof of your mouth up. And here we go. We're going to do the other side. Left foot to the inside of the right. Remember, level 1, stay on the floor. Level 2, come to your calf. And level 3, yank your foot as high as it will go. No pressing on the knee. Tall body. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. 5. Breathe. Stay present. 4. 3. 2. 1. Slow. Slide your hands to your hearts. Close your knee like a door and float your foot to the floor. Then run. And then sit down. Okay. So right now we're going to come into a forward fold. So you're going to hold on to your thighs. And I want you to imagine you're actually trying to take your nose as far away from your butt as you can. A lot of times, and anybody who's ever taken classes with me, we've talked about this before, that I don't care about touching your toes. That's not the point. Instead, I want to see if you can get more of your body involved with the forward fold. So for us, we're going to start with the knees bent. Take your chest and glue it to your thighs. You're going to hold on to your thighs, and you're going to keep reaching your nose towards your toes. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to start to straighten your legs. Now, those of you who are pretty flexible, you can take your hands underneath of your ankle pits or grab your feet. But the second you come apart, you've changed the stretch. So right now, I want you to really keep this connection. I'm pretty tight in my back right now. So for me, I can feel this a lot as I really lengthen my nose towards my toes. It's about using the breath. Inhale deep. Exhale, see if you can really surrender deeper into the stretch, but don't let your feet go numb. In other words, don't let your feet drop open. Don't force anything. So we're not trying to overpower anything. Every breath is just another opportunity to let go. to surrender into the stretch. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, melt a little deeper into the forward fold. So I want you to keep whatever shape you're in. You're going to let go. Allow your legs to straighten as much as it feels good for you. And then grab. So now we've changed the focus. Before, my focus was on the back part of your body, and now the focus is on the hamstrings. Lengthen again and melt forward. So right now, again, I'm really tight in my back. A lot of times we forget that in poses like this, the back is part of the stretch. You know, hamstrings, yes, but even like the back part has to help you lean forward. So just breathe into where you feel it. Last count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. And then you're going to lay down. So least amount of fuss. Lay down. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little rock. In fact, I'm going to have you take your knees in a circle. Take your knees in a little circle. So what you should feel is a little massage happening on your back against the floor. And what I feel is the squeaky spot. My neighbor's going to love me. Okay, so take your hands open to cactus. Already you should be feeling something happening in your chest as you open your hands out to the side. Drop your knees to the right. Oh, look to the left. A lot of what I'm feeling is from traveling. There's nothing like sitting for hours and hours on a plane. It's really important that you make sure you take care of yourself when you're traveling. And I know a lot of my beautiful folks travel a lot. So just be mindful. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go the other way. Take both of your knees to the left. Look to the right. Notice if there's one side that holds more tension than the other, particularly up in your chest and in your spine. But just notice the differences that are happening in your body. Like for me, I definitely feel this right shoulder pec muscle more than I did on the left side, but I felt it more in my spine when I went the other way. We're going to come back to the center. You're going to put both of your feet flat on the floor. You want your feet close enough to your butt that you could tickle your heels if you really wanted to. So you notice I could touch my heels. So you don't want it this close where your heels are touching your butt, because when we come up, it sends your knees way too far over your ankles. So we want to be about there. Now the goal is to come up and have the knees right over the ankles. Lift your butt. Take your hands up and over your head, just so you feel really long from knees to fingers. Lower your butt, lower your hands. And we'll do that again. So it's a breath in, lift, hey baby. And nice and easy, lower. Now on this one, keep your arms alongside your body. Press into your feet, lift your butt. And Marvin's going to do yoga with us, right, Marvin? Keep your butt lifted. Some of you might decide to come into the bind. You'll interlace your fingers and reach the fist towards your feet. See if you can get your shoulder blades underneath of you and really lift high. Keep breathing into the shape. If that didn't feel good to come into the bind, don't. But keep pressing both of your feet down. Keep lifting and squeezing your rear end. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften, come all the way down. And then nice and easy, hug both the knees in towards your chest. Rock to the right, rock to the left. We're going to come into happy baby pose. You'll take both of your hands to the inside of your knees, outside of your feet. Now the goal is to have your whole spine from head to butt on the floor. So see if you can pull your knees into your armpits and then lengthen your spine. So I see this a lot where people end up having their butt really high. See if you can get your tailbone to touch the floor and keep your spine really long. You'll take a breath in. As you exhale, see if you can keep your spine really long as you pull your knees down, and then breathe. Some people really like the sensation of rocking from right to left. Right now, that actually feels pretty good for me. Usually I have too many bones sticking into the floor. I guess it's not a problem after traveling. So another option is to grab your big toes, which is what I did. I grabbed my big toes, and then start to straighten your legs. But again, the goal is to keep your whole spine from head to tailbone on the floor. You'll feel that stretch a lot on your inner thighs and in your back. We're going to let everything come back to the center. You put your feet flat on the floor, and then just let your knees drop open. Take one hand to your chest, one hand to your belly, and for 30 seconds, I'm just going to have you stay still. Close your eyes and breathe. For the moment, I want you to notice how your body feels. I want you to notice the parts of your body that are still holding on. I want you to see if you can relax the muscles of your inner thigh. Just let those muscles go. I want you to start to notice your hands and start to pay attention to your breath. Notice how your hands are moving or not moving. Then pay attention to your breath. Notice if it's shallow or if it's deep, if it's full. There's no wrong answer. It's just about becoming very present to what we get to create. You're going to take both of your hands to the outside of your knees. You're going to close your knees like a book. Going to be really good to your body as you give yourself one last stretch, whatever that might be for you. Some of you might really enjoy a full long body stretch. Some of you might like the ball or something in between. Oh yeah. You're going to roll over to one side or the other and take one big breath in the fetal position. And when you're ready, you're going to peel yourself up to sit. So I want you to sit up as tall as you can. Bring your hands back to your heart, just like when we started. For a moment, I just want you to close your eyes. In between the palms of your hands, I want you to put yourself. And I want you to see your perfect self in between the palms of your hands. I want you to be present with that perfect self. And right now we're holding it. It's like a ball of light in between the palms of your hands. Now here's the truth. Whatever you think your gap is, whatever you think the space is between the real you and the you between the palms of your hands, you'd never be able to see it or recognize the traits of this perfect self if it wasn't already in you. I'm going to say that again. You would never be able to recognize the traits that you want if it wasn't already in you. You're going to take this ball of light and you're just going to squish it into your heart. Take a deep breath in. One more breath in. Bring your thumbs to your third eye, right in between your eyebrows. May you only know personal power. Bring your thumbs to your lips. May your integrity create amazing things. Bring your thumbs back to your heart. May you continue to be a light to all those you encounter. Give yourself a bow, and this is for your time, your effort, and your energy. Look, so my theme of the week is about creation, and I want you to look at what you created already. The fact that you're awake, the fact that you're here, the fact that, you're in this moment. We get to create who we are tomorrow by what we do today. So just be present that you've created something really amazing today, right now, right here. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.